Hey, we're the first, the last, the Nerdom. I'm here. I'm Tom, and I'm here with Mike. I'd heard about DC doing their big event KO, which the way I understand it, they're trying to find the ultimate power to go against Darkseid. So they're going to have all these competitions between these head-to-heads for the ultimate person. You would assume it would be Superman, but hey, we're gonna find out. We're gonna go through and figure out who the ultimate superhero will be in our bracket. We are again the first, the last, the Nerdum. Mike's gonna show us our cool bracket little screen that we grabbed from Bleeding Cool. But I think Mike will tell you a little bit about us.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, so we are the first, the last nerdom. I was just gazing at our thing. We are our website homepage on the intro web is the first last nerdom, or excuse me, firstlastnerdom.com. No, the shame on me. And then of course, all as always, home base on YouTube, the first, the last, the nerdom, first, last nerdom on YouTube, and you can catch our latest one. We got the one coming up for slow horses, and we just backed out of and got the hell out of one cut of the dead. So go check that out and see
that
what we think.
finishes up our zombie month. We theme our months pretty consistently. I also you're also saying where's the comic books though? If you do go to the shorts, I do try to. I'm every week I go to the comic book shop. I don't post every week, but if there's one particular comic book that tickles my fancy, I'll spotlight it on our shorts. So definitely follow us, subscribe to us if you want to check out our shorts. Again, I've been kind of doing heavy on the indie side. My local comic shop kind of screwed up and I haven't been getting any Marvels lately. But they have been getting DC because the whole thing with Diamond Comics distribution kerfuffle. But yeah, my latest one was on Viking Moon. If you like Vikings and you like werewolves, you might want to check that out. We've got some really cool little shorts there. And also, both Mike and I are into as well DC Comics. I heard about this bracket and I brought it to Mike, and he said, "Yeah, sure, let's break it down and pick our ultimate winner in
Yeah.
these head-to-heads."
Yeah, so I'll go ahead and I'll cover the first round. Who's going? So what we'll do is we're just gonna play this all out because we're not gonna come back here for the whole thing. Maybe we will. Who knows? We'll see. Well, for one thing for sure,
Maybe we'll do a wrap up.
yeah. So yeah. Well, yeah, we can always do a recap or wrap up. Yeah, absolutely. But for now, what we're gonna do is we're just gonna kind of mosey all the way through. So
Yeah.
in round one, and then we'll kind of gonna pick them apart here after I list off who's what and what for the first round. So first round, you have Superman versus Captain Atom. Then you have Firestorm versus Jay Garrick.
Oh no, it's no,
Oh,
yeah, it's Superman versus Giganta, right?
oh my
Is
God!
that
Like,
what we're
you know what? Let me. No, you're right. Good grief. Good
Yeah,
grief.
yeah.
Uh, what the hell? Sorry. That. Uh,
It's like a
one second here.
no worries. But yeah, there's some there's some interesting head-to-heads. It's a mix of superheroes and villains. I guess some of the villains are throwing their hat in the ring to go 1-to-1 with Darkseid.
right. Sorry.
But are you ready? Yeah.
Yeah. Sorry. So so you're right. Yes. Then let me turn this a little bit larger. So if you are a listening viewer, you can see it on the screen because you're listening. Uh, Superman versus Giganta, Captain Atom versus Power Girl, Guy Gardner versus Firestorm, Jay Garrick versus Cheetah, Aquaman versus King Shark. That's right. Okay. Connor Hawk versus Hawkman, Lex Luthor versus Black Lightning, the Demon versus Supergirl, Wonder Woman versus Starro, Jarro, Lobo versus Plastic Man, Swamp Thing versus Vixen, Cyborg versus Batwoman, Batman versus Star Sapphire. Yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
Red Hood versus Damian Wayne, Zatanna
Mhm.
versus Big Bardo, and Harley Quinn versus Metamorpho. So
Mhm.
interesting, very very interesting. So we're gonna
Yeah.
pause there for a moment here while I
Interesting.
get my
Mhm.
um um. That is so fucking funny. Man. Okay, there. That's dumb. That's so funny. I don't know why I had I was looking at the wrong list. My apologies. Anyway, all right. So okay, so we will. I think we'll dip in here, and we might as well just hop on it real quick. Okay, Tom. Superman versus Giganta. Who are you? I mean, I
uh,
think you know who I'm gonna say.
no brainer, Superman.
All right, cool.
Let's
So
move
we
on.
agree. Yeah, Winter Superman. Absolutely. All right, cool. We're trucking. Yeah, sorry. Okay. All right. So the next one, this one would be very interesting.
um,
Captain Atom versus Power Girl.
yeah. Lesser known characters. I don't know much about either one of them. What's your thoughts on it?
So Power Girl's got all the kryptonite goodies: super strength, heat vision, flight. But Captain Atom has essentially he's a living nuclear reactor who can manipulate quantum fields. So a little bit of
Gotcha.
like Doctor Manhattan or Doctor
Hmm.
whatever from the Watchmen.
Yeah.
Care's powerful, but Atom can absorb and redirect. Um,
Yeah. I don't
I'll
really have
hand
a
it back
dog
to you.
in a fight. Yeah, I don't really have a dog in this fight. I'll let you
I'm
do
gonna
this one.
I'm gonna say like 60-40. Like so 60 fights out of 100, it would always be Captain Atom. I think at the end,
Okay.
assuming that
All right.
he had the edge. So that's what I would say. So um,
Gotcha.
yeah.
All right. So next up we got Guy Gardner and Firestorm.
Yep, we got Guy Gardner and
mhm.
Firestorm. I can kind of do a real recap here, if that's okay. Um,
Yeah.
Firestorm can literally transmute like his constructs into whatever he wants, and then Guy has he's giant green hammer. You know,
Yeah. Hey,
he,
he's the guy that you love to hate.
right. He the power of the
Yeah,
Green
yeah,
Lantern, whatever.
mhm. Yep.
And Firestorm, he well, he can turn into helium, but
Hmm.
guys, we'll see. But I don't know. What do you think? What do you think?
I'm I'm favoring towards Guy Gardner.
Got your favorite?
Yeah,
Okay,
yeah,
okay.
yeah. You know,
I,
I'm always a Green Lantern guy.
I'm gonna. I can make a really strong case for Firestorm, but I'm gonna the nerd part of me. I love Guy Gardner, so I'm gonna go with Guy Gardner as well.
Yeah,
All right,
yeah,
cool.
yeah. All right, and then next up we got Jay Garrick, and we have Cheetah.
Yeah,
Um,
absolutely.
I got yeah, you got the aged Flash against a younger Cheetah. I guess she's been around probably almost as long as Guy Garrick, or Jay Garrick, but yeah, in comics he's quite a bit older than Cheetah. So the old versus the new. What are you thinking? You
Um,
think he's kind of slowing down with his
uh,
age, or
no, I think it's hands down Speed Force all the way.
yeah,
Jay Garrick.
yeah. I was
Yeah,
trying to pitch her up a little bit, but yeah, no, yeah,
sorry.
Jay's got it.
Cheetah's fast, really fast, but Jay's got the Speed Force, so doesn't matter.
Yep,
Yeah,
exactly. All right, so we got next up we got Aquaman and King Shark.
yeah, we do.
Um,
So Arthur Curry is the king of Atlantis. He's Aquaman. What do you think versus King Shark?
Uh, yeah, King Shark's got the strength, but Aquaman's got the Legion of the Sea behind him. So I gotta go with my man Aquaman.
Yep, I agree. That's kind of an easy one. Like
Yeah,
as cool as King Shark is as a tertiary
yeah.
character, that's cool. Yeah, but
Mhm.
yeah.
Yep.
Go ahead. I'll let you do the
Uh,
honors next.
oh yeah. We got Connor Hawk against Hawkman. I guess
Right.
it's kind of play on the Hawk. But Connor Hawk, he's sort of in the lineage of the Green Arrow, right? I don't know much about
Yeah,
Hunter
he's
Hawk.
like the best martial artist too. Maybe even better than the Green Arrow. Ollie in hand-to-hand combat, but
Yeah.
that's true. So like he's essentially like the ultimate GI Joe, like a human plus plus. So like
Hmm.
that. But Hawkman has centuries of combat experience
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
experience,
Yeah. Hawkman. Yeah.
and his nth metal armor, his nth metal weapons, and he can fly.
Yep.
So it's just essentially like Superman versus like a human.
Hmm.
It's like
Right.
Hawkman all the way. So are we in agreement on
Hawkman.
this one?
Yep. Yeah, I think so. I think so. And then we have
I'll let you
Lex
cover.
Luthor.
Yeah, do the honors.
Yeah. Yep, Lex Luthor or Black Lightning. I don't know a lot about Black Lightning. Maybe you could fill me in on his power,
Yeah,
but
so that's Jackson
just
Pierce.
looking at him, yeah.
Yeah,
Hmm.
he is a beast with the lightning powers. But then you're coming up to Lex Luthor, who's the smartest human in the DC universe.
Yeah, yeah, he's sort of like the evil Batman. He's got his hands in a little bit of everything. He can outthink things. He has the plan ahead. Yeah, I'm thinking Lex Luthor on this one.
I agree with that. Yeah, and I'm sure that Black Lightning is. I think if it's by surprise, it might be him. But like Lex Luthor, if he's
Hmm.
got time to plan, you hit the nail on the head. Not
Yeah,
dissimilar
yeah.
from Batman. But
Hmm.
oh, go
Then
ahead.
we got the Demon versus a Supergirl. The Demon, I know him, Edergan or something his name is, but
Eric,
he
yeah,
Erdogan, yeah,
yeah,
he's
Eric
good.
Rutkin, yeah, whatever.
Yeah, he's good at the rhymes. But I don't know. Supergirl, she's a hard one to beat. So I'm kind of favoring Supergirl on this one.
Yeah, I think that Supergirl's been around long enough and actually has experience in just the raw power
Hmm.
under our yellow sun,
Hmm.
to make it a spanking.
Yeah, a literal spanking. Yep.
Yeah.
All right, so we got Supergirl. So we got Wonder Woman against Starro,
Yeah,
and Star.
I,
Yeah, go ahead.
there's only really one answer for me on this one.
Yeah, yeah.
Only.
Wonder Woman. Yep.
But I will. What I was just Starros is a telepath. They're powerful, but Wonder Woman is just so much more stronger. Um,
Yeah. Yeah, yeah, I think so. Yeah, so our girl Wonder Woman goes head to head with the next one, but Lobo and Plastic Man, the two wacky characters. I know Lobo's the intergalactic bounty hunter, and Plastic Man likes to stretch. I don't really have a I kind of like Plastic Man as a character, but I don't know a whole lot about Lobo. Lobo's sort of like they've kind of built him up as sort of like the DC equivalent to Deadpool because he's kind of wacky.
yeah, he's
What do you think?
immortal. He's got firepower and brutality and stuff. But I don't know. You also have kind of
Mhm.
like Plastic Man.
I
What where are you
I'm
falling on this one?
I'm kind of leaning more towards Lobo. I
Lobo.
think Lobo probably could pull it out. Yeah, he's a bounty hunter. He's got to think. He has to deal with different type of powers in his day to day. So and Plastic Man's sort of taking a backseat. He's not really a major superhero at this point. He's not stretching his legs, so to speak, in the superhero realm. So I think he's probably out of he's not as fresh as Lobo is.
I
Now
would. Yeah, oh, go ahead.
go
Go
ahead.
ahead. Sorry.
It, no, I was finishing up, but yeah.
Yeah, I would. I'm kind of torn on this one. I think 51% of the time, I think it could be either one. To be honest with you, but
Yeah.
uh,
Well, if you
but
want to throw it in Plastic Man,
but
I won't fight you on it.
yeah, I mean, I do. I want to, but it would be more fun to see what happens with. Well, I don't know. I think I kind of like Plastic Man for for this one. So
Okay.
maybe we can come
All right.
back.
Well,
Maybe we can
yeah.
come back to this one after
All right.
this one, and then we can
All right.
crystallize our thoughts more.
Yeah.
But
All
I'll
right.
let.
So,
Go ahead. Go ahead.
yep. All right, so so Swamp Thing and Vixen. I don't know Vixen. I love the character Swamp Thing, so I'll leave it there, and I'll let you make your case
Yeah,
on this
so
one.
Mari, she has animal powers, so she can get, the strength of a gorilla or speed of a cheetah, or flight like an eagle or whatever. But that being said, Swamp Thing is he is a planetary level kind of dude who can regenerate from a single
Godlike,
friggin'
yeah.
leaf. Yeah, no, no. I mean, that's what it is. It's like essentially he is the Wolverine with the always never always healing, the healing factor. That's what it is. Yeah, essentially he is that, but like in nature. So like, as
So
cool as
yeah,
Vixen is, a Swamp Thing. Plus, I love Swamp Thing. So
yeah, yeah. So yeah,
slam
Swamp Thing for us.
slam dunk.
Yeah, I think yeah, I think the next one's kind of going to be a slam dunk as well. You got Cyborg and Batwoman.
Oh man.
I'm thinking Cyborg.
All right. We are of the same mind. We are of the same mind. We are of the same mind.
Batwoman, I did collect her back in the day. She's an interesting character. I enjoy her, but and I haven't read too much with Cyborg. I've seen the
Sure.
movies and the cartoons and whatnot, but yeah, I think he's yeah,
Solid.
he's a seasoned veteran at this
Yep.
point. Actually, you know what? I have read Cyborg quite a bit because I was all in on the new Teen Titans when that came out back
Yes,
in
you
the
were.
day.
Yes, you were.
Yeah, so I read those comic books. I really enjoyed those. By George Perez was the artist back then. So yeah, yeah. My old guy Cyborg going ahead. Now I kind of laugh at this next one.
Well, I was going
You
to say
got
before we get to that
go
one, I
ahead.
wanted to
Get
revisit the other
uh,
one real quick and
mm,
see if you had
mm.
any, if you would object for me to go with Plastic Man, over
No, yeah,
Lobo.
go ahead. Go ahead.
All
Yeah,
right.
yeah. Let's
It
do Plastic Man. That yeah,
it just feels right.
feels right. Yep.
But I'll go.
Yeah.
Please, by all, like, take us into the with that poor segue. Take us in
Yeah.
to the Batcave.
All right. Yeah, yeah. So Batman versus Star Sapphire. I mean, she does have she's the Sapphire Lantern. She's got the emotions. But you're going against my boy Batman. Batman's going to pull it out, man.
Yeah.
He's got years and years of experience. Star Sapphire is just a brand new superhero. She's just this year, the last year, has become a superhero. So,
Not only that,
um,
but he has also been around the lanterns before. Okay, so if you don't
mhm,
think that he doesn't have plans for Hal, John,
mhm.
or Guy, yeah,
Right.
right, yeah, right.
Yeah, yeah, he's gonna be a hard one to beat. But then yeah, so Batman goes ahead. Next up we've got Red Hood
Yep.
versus Damian Wayne. Red Hood has some experience, but I don't know. My boy Damian Wayne, I'm
Uh,
kind of favoring him.
yeah, Wayne all the way.
Yep, yep,
Yeah,
yep.
no, I mean, and Red Hood is good. He is brutal, fierce,
He's
but
kind of mixed up in his head though. I think
yeah.
Damien's focused. He knows what he wants. And also looking ahead, we've got, there's going to be a head to head against a couple of Waynes if we let Damian Wayne go ahead. So yeah. I think yeah, so yeah, next up we got my girl seeing the Zatanna and Barda, which is of the New Gods. um you got magic against a god. I don't know, maybe it's just my favoritism, but I'm favoring Santana.
I would
What do
agree.
you think?
Yeah,
Yep.
I think it's magic trumps technology and brute force. So
Hmm.
I
Yep.
think it's Santana for
Yeah,
a
yeah.
sweep.
Uh-huh. And then we got our meme heavy Harley Quinn against Metamorpho. And Harley has never been my favorite. Metamorpho, I'm kind of lukewarm on, but
Right.
I'm kind of favoring Metamorpho.
Yeah, Rex
Because Harley
Mason.
doesn't really have any powers.
No, and Rex Mason
She's
can.
got a big hammer, right?
Yeah, well,
Yeah.
yeah, that, yeah, and maybe a gun too, probably. I
hmm
played her a
hmm
time or two on that one DC, that the really fun fighting game that came out quite a while ago.
Injustice. Yep.
Yeah,
Yep.
yeah, that was
hmm
fun. That was just fun. But no, he can turn in any element. So he'd be immune
hmm
to any toxins. Plus, she's human, and
hmm
she's only got conventional weapons, and
hmm
I don't know. It's
Yep.
just the element man advances. I think you would agree with me.
Yeah, I wholeheartedly agree. So now we go down to our next bracket.
Yeah, let me
So we've
capture because I
uh-huh.
had to change one thing
Yeah.
here.
Okay. Yeah,
Um,
no worries. No worries.
yeah, because we did Guy Gardner.
Yep.
Yep, and that was the only other one I needed to plug in here. Sorry. All right.
All right. All right. So we're getting down to the nitty-gritty. Yeah, correct me if I'm wrong, but we've got a matchup between Superman and Captain Atom. Is that right?
Yes, that's correct.
All
Correct.
right. You'd kind of jumped ahead of us
I
previously
did.
on that,
Yeah,
but yeah.
but in my defense, Superman was never in doubt. I don't think anybody would ever. Yeah. So, but anyway, going
Yeah.
back to the matchup, yeah, Superman
hmm
versus Captain Atom. Um, Captain Atom, I think, is no slouch. Yeah,
But
as I covered before, he can warp reality, but Superman's fought reality warpers before. So I'll
yeah,
let
yeah,
I'll
you.
pass it back to you, the talking baton.
hmm
Let you speculate
Yeah,
here.
no, Superman's he's got the experience, he's got the power. He's not gonna go out on the second round. Come on, man.
Right.
He's the winner of those of that pairing. Yep. He's going ahead.
Absolutely.
We're deciding it. All right.
We
So
got
now we've got
Guy Gardner
uh,
versus Jay Garrick.
yep. Yeah, that's I'm still going with my guy Gardner.
Really? Oh wow. I have
Yeah.
I'm Jay Garrick all the way.
Oh yeah, yeah. We
Yeah.
might have to fight over this. No,
Yeah.
um, he's got the speed. I'll give you that. But he's an older chap. He's slowing down. Guy Gardner, he could make the big hammer. He can make all the different different things. Um, hmm.
I guess it depends on how high up you put the Speed Force versus the Lantern Core as far as power dynamics, and I gotta say the speed. I think you could make an argument that either one is equally as powerful as the other, but I don't know. What do you think? You
Yeah, well, yeah, well. See, the thing is, yeah, the Speed Force is kind of god tier. People's kind of built it up over the years
right?
as a god tier.
That's true.
Alpha or Omega kind of of a power.
Right.
But I'm throwing in his age. There's a little bit of ageism, I guess. I'm a little older. Things start to creak a little bit. You slow down a little bit. Guy Gardner's a little bit more fresh.
All
But
right.
yeah.
I
So
think you.
that's the only thing I'm throwing into the mix now. Because if it was Hal Jordan versus Wally
Flash.
West,
Yeah. Yeah.
yeah, the new refresher
Okay.
one,
I see what.
I would probably, or even Barry Allen.
Yeah.
I could see, yeah, they would stomp Guy Gardner,
Yeah. Yeah.
but yeah, I
I
think
can
it's a
get
little
down
bit
with that.
more of a matchup. Yeah,
No, I can get down with Guy Gardner. No, I agree with you. You
yeah,
have convinced me. I would absolutely agree. Yeah, Barry Allen would absolutely. Oh, he would be speed.
hmm
This yeah, this
yeah,
be over.
yep,
But Guy
yep,
Gardner, to his credit, does have a little bit of experience, but he does have power and he knows how to use
mhm.
it. He's
And
not
Guy
afraid to use
Gardner,
it too.
yeah, and he's not afraid to play dirty either.
No, that's true.
Jay's gonna play it straight and narrow. He's gonna come up with something a little grimy to get ahead
You
and
made that tougher.
make it work.
Yeah, you made it tougher
Yeah,
to think about, though. I'll give you that. So, but yeah,
uh-huh.
what do we got next? Aquaman versus Hawkman.
And yeah, Hawkman, come on.
Yeah, yeah, man,
Eh,
agreed.
Just take it. No, I'll just say fish out of water. Come on now, little fish out of water. Yeah,
Yeah, right.
Aquaman's the king of the sea, but Hawkman, he just has to swoop down. It's like a hawk going after a fish.
Right, right. Yeah.
No, no, yeah, no,
I'd
no
say
question.
the only time that Hawkman would have any chance would be if he spawned at the bottom of the ocean. Then then he's
Yep.
probably
Yeah,
screwed.
yeah,
But in
yeah.
absent of that, it's very easy to be away from the water when you can fly. So I agree with
Right.
that. Yeah, that's
Yeah.
real talk. That's
Yeah.
what the kids would say.
Real talk.
No, so
Real
now
talk. Yeah.
next matchup is very iconic, very classic in a way almost.
Yeah.
But Lex Luthor versus Supergirl. What do you think? I'm very curious to hear your thoughts.
That's again, that one's a tough one. I'm really curious to see what happens with either one of them going further ahead, with the matchups. You could make a case for either
You
one.
could.
I'm my immediate reaction would be Lex Luthor, but
Mm.
Supergirl's probably got a history of beating him, so
I
um
the only thing I would bring out would be Lex
mhm,
Luthor has always tried to put down Superman. I mean, that's just like kind of thing, and like
uh-huh,
that's kind of like his ode to
yep,
that. So
yeah,
I could make an argument that like maybe he could. I do like Supergirl over him in this contest.
mhm,
But
yeah. And he yeah, like I said, Lex Luthor has got a bad track record against Superman.
the
He's not,
Kryptonians, yeah,
right. So yeah, I'll let you slide Supergirl in there and put her ahead there.
yeah. Although you
And
could, you could probably you could make a good case for either one. But anyway,
yeah,
so that
yeah.
brings us to Wonder Woman versus Lobo.
No,
Um,
Plastic Man. You put
oh, that's right.
you
Excuse me. That's
yeah.
right. Yeah, that's right. Yeah, that was that other
which
one. That,
which
yeah.
doesn't matter because Wonder Woman goes ahead. She's not gonna get. Come on now.
Tom,
Come on now.
You sound you know what, Tom? You sound like you've already made up a decision. And I gotta say,
I think I am.
I gotta say, yeah, yeah, that's correct. Wonder Woman does go
Yeah,
on. Come
yeah.
on, let's be
Hmm.
real. Let's be real. No, I'll let you get to the next
Absolutely.
two.
Yeah, Swamp Thing versus Cyborg. I'm kind of wanting either one of them to go through. But I'm leaning more towards Swamp Thing just because of powers
I
alone.
I gotta say, Swamp Thing. It's not even like eight out of 10. 8 out of 10.
I could see him overwhelming Cyborg.
I
Yeah,
just don't see
yeah,
the technology going well in the middle of the
yeah,
forest
yeah,
or whatever.
yeah. He gets some of those plants in his gears, and yeah, it's game over.
Yeah,
So now here's yeah.
that
Go
would be
ahead.
a good, fun matchup though.
Yeah, and then the thing I've been waiting for,
Here we
wanting to
go.
talk about, is Batman versus Damian Wayne.
Absolutely.
I think it's going to be a surprise victory for Damian Wayne. I think Batman's going to get in his head, and Damian's going to be ruthless, and Batman's going to pull his punch, and Damian's going to go ahead.
Man,
I'm saying it. I'm saying it.
you are very loyal to Damian Wayne, and
Uh,
I could see
I
if it's
think
old
yeah,
Batman, I think that you're absolutely correct. But I think if it's Batman in his prime, I think he would take it. But since we don't know either one,
yeah.
I will yield
I think.
to Damian Wayne. I will
Mhm.
yield to you, sir. I'll give you that one. I'll give you that one.
Because Batman could beat anybody else on the board. I think anybody else, his head's not in the game. He's being ruthless.
Right.
He's doing his ins and outs, his detective work to figure out how to beat every one of them. But that's his blind side. Damian Wayne's his blind side. He's not thinking of ways to take out Damian Wayne. He's thinking of ways to protect him. Damian doesn't have that. Damian knows Batman's strengths and weaknesses. He's there by his side day by day. He's analyzing Batman like Batman. nobody else. And I think
Right.
Damien's got it. Damien's got he's got that he's fresh. He's just off being on that Ra's al Ghul Island or wherever he was, where he was doing a head-to-head combat with all the younger ones. He's sharp, he's honed, he's ready, man.
Right.
He's got you'd say Batman has the experience, but Damien's got some combat experience at this point. He knows what's what.
No,
All right,
I
so now we've got
yeah. Go ahead. Go ahead.
so we're agreed that Damien's going ahead, right?
Yes. Yes. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'll
All right.
yeah. Absolutely. Absolutely.
All right, so we got Zatanna versus Metamorpho. Next, I'm leaning more towards Zatanna. My girl Zatanna.
Santana. No, I would go with that. I think magic trumps that, and I think she's been through some stuff, so she
Mm-hmm.
knows her way around big guys.
Mm-hmm.
So Rex Mason, I
Yeah,
think,
yeah.
can pull it out.
Since John Constantine's not on the board, that it goes to Zatanna to hold up the magic.
Absolutely. So now we're heading into the quarterfinals, and we are we're about halfway in,
Yeah.
half hour in. That's all perfect and good. I love this. Quarterfinals, the Elite
Yep.
Eight, the Elite
Mm-hmm.
Eight. So we have
Yep.
I need to change this over from, I guess it didn't keep the other one.
Yep. Yeah. But as you get that ready, I can see it already. We've got
Yeah, bear with
Superman and
me.
Guy Gardner. Yep.
All right, cool. Yep. All right, we got all right. We are damn, we're gonna have some really tough ones. Okay. Well, this one, I'm gonna be honest with you. I love Guy Gardner. I loved him in the Superman
His
movie, but at the end of the day,
yeah,
Superman,
he's
come
still
on,
got
man.
Gardner.
Come on, man.
Yeah. Guys, luck has run out.
Yeah.
Superman trashes him. Yeah, he's Superman's not even breaking a sweat.
I know.
And Guy Gardner, he's just off barely beating Jay Garrick. And Superman went through a few rounds with Captain Atom, but yeah,
Right.
Superman's still fresher. He's still more powerful. He's going ahead. Now we've got what we got? We got Hawkman
Versus Supergirl.
versus Supergirl. That's interesting. Supergirl.
Mm.
Yep.
So we got Carter Hall's nth metal and combat experience. We got
Hmm.
Supergirl's, which she's operating on a different power level.
Hmm.
She's got Kryptonian strength, speed, heat vision, and I don't think she'd be holding back. But I also think that Hawkman wouldn't, and he has fought Kryptonians before.
Hmm.
I don't. I could make this is one of those that's tough. I could see where Hawkman could win, um, but at the same time, come on.
Yeah.
I mean, Kara's raw power, and the only way he wins is on experience. And
Hmm.
maybe
Yeah.
maybe a little bit more if he had an advantage. And
Hmm.
he could deliver a killing blow, but I don't know. What are your thoughts?
Yeah. I think Supergirl goes in, and then we have the matchup of Superman and Supergirl. So
Yep.
looking ahead, glancing ahead, which will be an interesting matchup. But on our other side, we've got Wonder Woman against the Swamp Thing. That's an interesting one.
Man. How do you score this one? I
With
gotta.
the go ahead, go ahead.
I do love Wonder Woman, but god damn, I love Swamp Thing too. Like,
Uh-huh. You know, I
uh,
and they're both in the Dark Justice League. She was the head of the Dark Justice League, and he was a member, if I remember
sounds
correctly.
right. Sounds
Um, yep. I think she'll have a little bit of a blind spot towards Swamp Thing. She's never had to really do head to head with him. I think he could throw her for a loop. I think you're right. I'd go with Swamp Thing on this one.
Yeah, I think so. But you could make an argument for Wonder Woman from the standpoint of the God Killer sword.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't think
Yep.
he's so much a god as is connected to the planet. And
Yeah.
how the fuck are you gonna kill a planet?
Right.
I mean, that's just
Exactly.
being real. So, all right, let me
Mm-hmm.
change this because I had the pre
Mhm.
unfuck up my document here if my mouse worked. All right, and
Yeah.
then we're gonna pull the train into the station of Damian Wayne versus Zatanna. I kind of think I know where you're gonna go, but I'll let you explain it to the audience because I'd love to hear it.
All right. Well, I think yeah, I think Damien's train's gonna pull up short. I think Zatanna's got the experience. She's got the magic.
Yep.
She's learned from John Constantine. Damien may play dirty, but Zatanna knows how to get down in the dirt as well. Her magic is gonna edge out Damien. He's not quite there yet. He can get against Batman, but and Red Hood, but he can't get past the magic.
Uh,
Zatanna goes in for the next round.
yeah. No.
Uh,
No. No complaints here for that. And as we get closer here to the goal, we
mhm.
of course, yeah, and see, this is kind of the thing though, like, so well we'll argue this after we do the finish the bracket up, but like at some point you're inevitably be like you had called out earlier, it would be Batman versus Superman, it would just maybe
Right, right.
if
Yeah.
it was set up a certain kind of way, but or you get to like an obvious matchup, Superman versus
Hmm.
Supergirl. What are your
Hmm.
thoughts, Tom?
You know, looking on both sides, there's some interesting plays against each one. But you know, it, it'd be kind of fun to see Supergirl win. But I think between the two, Superman has the experience. They're kind of on par with power levels. If you take gender into the factor, maybe one's a little bit more powerful than the other. If Kryptonians have that aspect to them. So I think even on his worst day, Superman's gonna beat Supergirl. I'm sorry.
Yeah, I think so too. I think not for trying, but if anybody could, do something to Superman
Yeah,
physically, it would be another Kryptonian. But at the
yeah,
end of the day,
yeah. But
Superman. Yeah.
yeah, she doesn't have that ruthless edge to Superman, Superman doesn't play dirty. If she knew how to play dirty a little bit, maybe, but I think they're at least towards the comic book characters, she's more in line with Superman as ideals, although as we saw in the new Superman movie, maybe the Supergirl is a little bit more spunkier
Right.
than
Younger,
her
quite a bit
her
younger.
comic book counterpart. Yep.
Yeah, or college
So,
maybe, I don't know, but well, party carefree for sure.
hmm
I was gonna say too before we get to the last one there, that we're in the
hmm
final four here. If you're catching us up or catching
uh-huh,
up to us,
yep.
and so far Superman is reigning supreme.
Absolutely.
As an
Yep.
interstitial here, what do we got up here next, Tom?
Well, we got John Constantine's two companions that know him well. We've got Swamp Thing and Zatanna. They've
Yeah.
both learned from John Constantine. That's I- I'm leaning towards Zatanna on this.
Are you? I just
Yeah,
I
yeah,
go
yeah.
back to what I said before in the last fight. How the fuck are
Uh,
you gonna how the fuck are you gonna fight a planet? Like, I mean, as badass
with
as you could be, like it's a planet essentially is what you're fighting. Like,
but she's got magic. She could rot away all of those
I guess.
vines.
Well,
If
she
if you're gonna kill a planet, you're gonna kill it with either technology or magic.
sure, that's true. No, well, she could. There's nothing to say that she couldn't unswamp thing the swamp thing. So that is
Hmm.
always
Yep.
a possibility. So,
Yeah,
and,
and I don't know her. Yeah, I'm not
oh
100% on
crap.
her power levels. Um,
Well, reality warping is antenna for sure. Yeah, that's like
yeah,
not even in doubt.
yeah.
Um,
I think she could screw with his head.
Interesting. No, I think
Yeah.
you won me over. Yeah, no, yeah, that makes sense. That makes sense. Yeah,
Hmm.
which is very interesting. Um, for all the marbles, if you're getting in here,
Hmm.
we're 40 minutes into this thing. We're about ready to wrap it up here. I'm
Yep.
sure we might have some commentary after the fact, but we are at the very, very final, where it
Hmm.
is Zatanna versus Superman. And I'm just
Yep.
gonna pause here for a moment, and I'll let you
Hmm.
navigate this one as you wish.
Yep. Yeah, you got on one side you got your boy Superman. You're all in on Superman, I know. And then you against my girl
Right.
Zatanna, which both of them got their strengths and weaknesses. Um you know, I you know what I'm gonna say. I think Zatanna has it in her to go all the way.
Well, I appreciate that, my friend, but it's Superman. Like, he can he can think, he can move faster than Magic. He doesn't want to hurt her either, but he could
Hmm.
overwhelm her with speed, keep her off balance, use heat vision from a distance. I mean, guy can go the speed of light. I mean, he's just every bit as fast, if not faster, in some circumstances, in comic book storylines than the Flash. I mean, it's
Hmm.
I mean, if this were Superman 1,000,000, this wouldn't even be a conversation. But I still think
Yeah.
that's true. He is vulnerable to magic. I don't think that
Hmm.
he wins 100. I don't think it's 99 out of 100. I'll grant you that.
Hmm.
But I still think that he does. So
You
interesting.
think he it's not a KO, it's he wins on points, I guess.
Yeah, I mean, I think that she has like maybe a capacity of like maybe a minority
Hmm.
number, minor number, like maybe
Hmm.
30% of the time or something like that. But I
Yeah.
don't know. I plus Superman's dealt with
Hmm.
magic before, so he if this were a younger Superman, I think it could be his peril. If it's a mid age, one with some
Hmm.
experience on him, where he's actually had some pretty deep cuts, I think Superman wins. But and if it's of course
Yep.
it's older, any version of older Superman,
Hmm.
it's 100. That's where it gets ridiculous, where it's 99 out of
Hmm.
100. So I think it
All right.
depends on how young Superman is, what Superman we're talking about. If he's younger, I think you have a valid argument, because that would be the first
Hmm.
level thing, and she would take him.
Hmm.
But
Yep.
yeah.
Yeah. All right. Well,
So
all right, you won me over. I guess my thoughts were, Superman's the obvious choice, but sometimes the obvious choice is the correct choice. So, yeah, we'll go with Superman as our ultimate winner. Like I said, I'm always playing the devil's advocate,
right.
and playing around. I always like my misfits, my characters that are underdogs, and I got a few in there. I was able to convince Mike
Absolutely. Yeah.
to get
Those are
some of
fun.
them to.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yep. Yeah.
Well,
Yeah.
and
And this was fun. Go
it
ahead.
makes me love some of those characters even more too. By the way, too,
Yeah.
like how can you not want to like go back and see this? But
Mhm.
I do wonder what they will try to if they'll short circuit it and they'll say Batman, or
Right.
they could see where they could land out with Wonder Woman. I mean, I don't think that
Yep.
that's a shocking. These lists
Yeah.
have been around forever.
Yeah. And I think I got this idea from another YouTuber that's into comics. You can check out her channel. Her name's Emma Fung. She did her breakdown. I think hers ended up with Supergirl against Wonder Woman, if I remember correctly. I might be wrong. Or maybe it was Supergirl versus Vixen. I don't know. I know it was a girl head to head, and I
Yeah,
think Supergirl came out on top. But yeah, I'm kind of interested to see how DC plays it out. The obvious choice again is Superman. But I have to say they probably will play around with it. I know with this is their ongoing big event. But Batman has, which Emma pointed out, is that Batman has a another series going along in tandem with this. So her thoughts is he's going to get knocked out early on, to have that kind of
right.
parallel series along with it, which is kind of, and that's that would you have to see that pair up between Batman and Damian Wayne. Again, yeah, I just think Damian has that edge on that. But yeah, it'll be fun to see how it plays out in the comic books. If you're watching this, we're planning on, I guess, putting this out on Wednesday, the day the first issue comes out. I don't know how many brackets they're going to go through on that first issue. But if it'll be fun to have you go through and make your selections. If you have a different breakdown, you put it down in the comments below. Tell us who came out on top of your list. Was it Superman? Was it someone else? Was it Harley Quinn? But yeah, I know everybody has their favorite, so they're going to be rooting for them. But yeah, we both had to face facts on some of our favorites and know that they just couldn't make it through.
Yeah, well, and it's fun too if you know the characters and you know even a little bit of the history,
Mhm.
because then you can start doing gradients of them, right? So
Right.
you
Yeah.
know, like just like Batman, like we did a gradient
Hmm.
on Batman, we did a gradient on Superman, we did a gradient on some, so that's fun. And again, these lists have been around forever, so it is funny.
Yeah.
Some are really really fun to go through. God knows I've fell a black hole on YouTube a time or two on power scaling and all kinds of nerdness, wonderful things around that.
Well, actually.
Right, right, yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
All
Well,
right.
what a fun one this week was.
Hmm. Yep. And if this is your first video watching of us, we're the first, the last, the Nerdom. We have fun with nerdy stuff, be it a horror movie, a sci-fi thriller, a fantasy here or there. We cover it all on the first, the last, the Nerdom. And peruse our channel. We've got some long form videos on comic books. May have to dig around. We don't do that all the time, but like I said, our shorts, I try to recommend a comic book or two. But if you're into movies and TV shows, we've started covering TV shows. Like we both are very hyped up on Alien Earth.
Love it.
I think we'll do a recap
Yep.
of the series here shortly.
Hmm.
So look forward to that. But yeah, and we also cover movies. It's spooky October, so we're doing found footage month now. So if you're into horror, we've got you covered. But yeah, thanks for watching, and I'll throw it back to Mike to wrap us up.
Absolutely. Yeah. We've been the first, last, nerdum, and we'll catch you next week.
Yep, catch you in the funny pages.